Hello guys, it's me Eranos12 and today we are doing part 2 of the loadout attachments, or the implementation of attachments in the loadout menu. So you're wondering why there's a black screen, probably because of the fact that OBS, or this version of OBS, doesn't really work that well. Trying to get it there, and it's not doing anything. That's kind of weird. And my kilobyte rate or bit rate is not very good either. I wonder why. Anyways, let me just quickly fix, not the spin wheel, sorry. Let me quickly fix this and I'll be right back. Oh, that's weird. Okay, there we go. Trying to get it set up right now. Let's cancel this. There we go. Sorry about all the problems. It's just that this so-called window isn't doing too good. And I've got drop frames everywhere. Gosh. It's kind of weird. So, the fix, I don't know for this. You know what? I got an idea. Hold on. I'm going to take this out, add in a window or game capture. I think it's going to be window capture. And if you guys don't know, like, the window capture may change. So I'm just going to call this game. There we go. Done. So here we are. This is this. Now, if you're wondering where this menu came from, the last time I was streaming, this menu actually came from the Saberfront All-Terrain Assault 3 game that was canceled, along with the entire Saberfront concept. It was all canceled for a good reason. Now let me just quickly put this down here. There we go. And let's get started. So when we left off, in fact, I'm not even going to put this on the deployment container. I'm going to put it on the gun appearance. Now you're wondering why there's a blank screen and then there's this. Is because this right here actually uses a few components. Module 3D, etc., etc. You know, the usual. But in this case, Module 3D isn't just used just to display the gun and nothing happens to it. Module 3D is actually used for many things. Now, I'm not going to rely on the wiki at all either. I know it's kind of off topic, but it works as usual. But Module 3D is not just used just to display the weapon. It's also going to be used to do a few things, such as, for example, it's going to be used not just to put the weapon there, but it's also going to be used in conjunction with a system that makes the weapon turn when you drag it, as well as other things, such as, for example, applying like 2 of the same thing at once. That'll be in a later time, probably not in this series, but it will be done. Now let me just check my settings real quick, because I do want to probably change a few things here. Or actually you can't. Sorry about that. I wanted to make my bit rate better, but I guess it's good the way it is. Anyways, here's what we're going to start with first. When we left off, we were not here, but here, in this part. Now this is actually a script that controls the entire gun management in terms of appearance. Sorry, gotta get my words straight. Now the next thing I'm going to show you or do is this. We're going to add on a new, and I mean a new tier. Now if you don't know what tiers are basically like parts of the or like sections of the customization screen for the weapon, gun appearance, in which deal with like certain aspects of customizing the weapon, such as, for example, attachments, camos, things like that, and possibly ammo. Now, ammo could be using a very special screen for it because like it really depends on what the weapon is. If it's a shotgun, then it's going to use 4 different types of ammo. If it's not a shotgun, then it's basically going to do what it's supposed to do. So yeah, let's get started. So we're going to add attachments equals this, name equals attachments, and then the description. And if you wonder what that is in the background, it's probably the radio. Sorry about that if it's any distraction. So I'm going to make the description as allows you to attach, well, not really attach weapons, enhance slash change the appearance and functionality of your weapon. So it does that. Now, the next thing I'm going to add for sure is on start. And what this does is that it initializes the attachment. But wait a minute, something's missing. And what I mean by that, we don't have everything that we need in terms of actually making this work. Because I'm telling you, attachments are really different from camos in terms of the way they render. Not just in terms of the button's appearance, but also the way it's processed. So in that case, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to gun attachment. And yes, we're going to go to gun attachment for sure and do this in another script. Then we're going to do this. Function attachment, or actually put this at the bottom. Attachment, no wait, not like that. Attachment colon create button. So let's see, create button, just like camos. In fact, I gotta find it. Camo has it where you create the button like this: name, player, weapon, image, and weapon. So in that case, here's what we're going to do. Name, player, weapon, image, and weapon. So what do we do next? Well, there is one thing I can say, is that something else is also missing here. So yes, something else is also missing here. And that thing that's missing is actually the button itself. So hold on guys, be right back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. So let's get started on doing the button. So first thing you want to do when you go to items, if you want to go to items, you want to make a frame. That frame, I'm going to call it attachment button. Okay, and then the size will be 1, 0, 0. Let me say 0.5. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look again at the UI. Not that one, but this one. The frame is actually 0.008 in terms of its size. So it's like that. Now the border pixel will always be 0, sorry. And if I'm not mistaken, the other button for the camo is transparent. Yeah, it looks transparent. So what that means is this. Attachments are actually supposed to be done in a very special way, so are camos. Like, here's what I mean by that. Instead of actually just having like a transparent background for both camo button and the attachment button here, I'm thinking about making both buttons have a color similar to the background, but in a very different way. Here's how it works. The color changes whenever you have selected or already have selected the item to be applied on the gun. For example, let's just say in the last time you were in the game, Crossroads Warfare, and you're about to do a trial, you applied maybe like the sponge camo on the M60. If you were to go to the menu again and you already have the M60, if you went to, let's just say, or if you like right clicked on the not camo, but the select item button for the weapon and like chose camos on the menu, the tier menu, then it would show up as either green or blue, or like some kind of sci-fi like light blue when you see it, like the item that you selected, because it's already used. Now when you deselect it, it will turn back to a more blending or blendable color, maybe like the color of this, to be specific. So the next thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make this transparent for now. And then the next thing I'm going to do after that is I'm going to add, I think, an image label. Let me just check. There's an image label, image, and a button. But for this one, it's just going to be an image. Or actually, two labels and an image. So in that case, I'm going to put on here the image. Actually, label. I'm going to make it 0.333. No, wait. 0.4010. And I'm going to name this attachment title. Make it not have a border size pixel of 1 or any border at all. Hide the background. Put in either highway or source and semi-bold. No, I'm going to go with highway. It's got to be consistent. And the next thing I'll do is I'll make it like this. See, attachment, text scaled. I think I'm going to actually do this. And I'm sorry about the music in the background. It shouldn't be there. So let's see, I'm going to make it 0.7. And yeah, make it 0.7. Make it, I think I'm going to do, or actually add, probably a text button. for the usage. I'm not going to add the optics thing. That's going to be in like a tooltip thing that I'm going to do during the stream later on. So I'm going to have the size, actually the name, be use button. And then the next thing I'm going to do is 0.80, 0.20. No, that doesn't work. Sorry that I'm in a rush. I feel like I'm not doing this right. There we go. Like that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the border size pixel 0 and the transparency 1. Put this over at 0.8. And then the next thing I'm going to do, make it highway, use, text scaled, and maybe not so darn close to the thing. Maybe like -10-ish? No, -5 is better. There we go. Now I'm going to make the text white, of course, and make the stroke like that. Sorry. Attachment title will be like white as well, and then the black stroke like that. Now there's another problem here that I've noticed, and that is that these are aligned properly. Something seems to be out of place. So to fix it, I'm gonna have to like maybe, I don't know, do something about it. It looks like they're out of place to me. Like, it doesn't seem like it's natural. Like, compare that to that. So it's text scale, we got that. And then this is the same thing, I believe. Maybe because the button is like scaled to a certain point. So I'm going to probably put this on the bottom. That's not working. Center, top. It's even worse. We'll fix it sometime. But anyways, let's put the camo button inside and see how that looks compared to this. Actually, I think we should do something with this. Maybe just get rid of the stroke. And the attachment title doesn't use this either. Yeah, it doesn't. Boom, done. So the next thing I'm going to do is place this back, and this will be here. So that means we gotta like do something with it. And then the next thing I'm going to show you, probably in a few moments, if I can get there, is I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing, or going to do, in terms of the tooltip. So let me just okay, you know what, never mind, I got an idea. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm not going to be distracted this time, is I am going to make the attachment button different. So not really different in terms of appearance, but work different in terms of the like when you click the use button. So oh yeah, I think it's in gun attachment or something. There it is. Local gun, or actually not gun, attachment button equals game replicated, or is replicated storage already initialized? Nope, it's not. Replicated storage, not attachment. No, not that. Deployment UIs, not classes either. Deployment UIs, that attachment button, clone, and then the attachment button, the name will be this, or is it? Wait a minute, hold on. let's look at this again. So the name is different. So yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be that different though. The camo is named, of course, but then again, it has a title, right? A title right there. There's no name for it. Attachments, they have a name. So yeah, I'm just going to make it like this, self.name. And then once we did self.name, or we put it like that, then we have to do this, attachment button dot what? Attachment title. Sorry about the music. It's really annoying. If it keeps on getting louder, I'm going to have to turn it down. Like, literally turn it down. And I'm sorry for this, but, you know, this is kind of weird why this is all happening. Anyways, I think we want to notify or do something regarding the, yeah, let me just quickly find my dashboard or wherever. Live actions. Gonna announce the stream. So we're good there. Sorry about that. I'm just, you know, want this to be like really good. So anyways, attachment title.text equals, let's just say self.title. Because we already have a title in there. Attachment button dot, oh yeah, forgot one thing. Let's see, use button dot text, actually the mouse button, one click, connect function, and then I want to do this. Whenever you have this for this attachment system, you're most likely going to want to apply it. But I think there's going to be a big problem with that. One, models haven't been updated properly, or they're not updated properly in terms of this to, like, you know, display the attachment. But I think I'm going to fix that. So let's get started on fixing it. First thing I'm going to want to do is this. Gun is like this, right? So self has weapon is like this as well. So what do we do? Think for a minute. Module 3D is here. If we look at the source, which I actually made a link source because it's going to be different, we should have kept the name of the model, specifically the model. So yeah. So here's what I'm actually going to do about this. And if you don't know who that is, it's laughing. That's my mother. Sorry about that. So if gun is a tool. Now I know some of you are wondering, why the hell are you using tools? The reason why is because mainly this is an RPS, and I want to have like a differentiation between models and tools in the game so that you'll tell which items are actually like not armor and which one is armor. Because armor comes in the form of models. Tools, you can use it for like items, and also they can be pretty usable. Like, that's the thing. But you want to have something different from just any old tool. Like, you want to have a custom grip if you have to, things like that. So yeah, let's just get started on making this possible. So if this is a tool, we do all of this. Else if gun is a model, and I might change over to models sometime, depending on how this goes. If it's not too good or if bugs haven't been fixed, then I'm going to change over to model, like to make the equip time faster for the guns. Now let's see if we can fix this. So we do that. Now, if you're also wondering, the weapon is really crucial here. So this is a model, and self.model. Here's how we do this. In fact, yeah. This is what I'm going to do. Model, or actually just not model, gun dot item name dot value. Now you'll see what I'm about to do in a minute, or why this is in a minute. So if we have a parent that is actually equal to the folder in which the items come from, then we're going to check for the name, or put a name string value in there. So here's how I would do that. If, let's see, if model dot parent dot actually model is descendant of item storage, then model, or actually local item name val equals instance dot, oh yeah, just instance new, because it's already in there. Instance new string value, and by the way, this is a string, so I'm going to actually change this to something readable. Replicated, no, that's not replicated. Game.replicated storage dot item storage, which is actually a script that I'm using to store the weapons. Then we do this, name val dot name equals item name val dot value equals model, or actually model has to be a descendant of gun models to be exact. Model dot name item name val dot parent equals, let's just say M, since it's there. So that's good. Now this is only going to be here just for this, and in fact let's just make this a little bit better. If game.replicate storage find first child gun models, then we do all this. Alright, not going to do anything if this isn't found, because we want to make sure everything works. Now, is this another thing that I found? Yeah, attachment, apply, upgrade token. Get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to keep this out here for now. Yeah, that was the old version of the attachment system. The new one is much better, because it doesn't have too many problems. For some reason my FPS must be really bad. Or is it? Am I idle? Sorry about that. I must be idle or something. It's kind of weird why that would happen. So, yeah. Anyways, let's just get back to it so that we can work on the attachments and finish what we have to finish. So, yeah. In fact, I got an idea for the attachments. I'll tell you in a little bit. And that must be those commercials on the radio. I don't think I like those very much. So let's just finish up what we gotta finish. Anyways, what we're gonna do here is this. Self apply weapon image, self apply can't, I think it's weapon. Yeah, it is weapon for real. So you have to put in both, just like the camo, like we did months ago, and that should be good for now. Now with this is a model, and I'm really serious. So the node name, everything's in there, the main part, the handle, whatever. So then what we do next is this. We look for the base parts and stuff, and we also attach, let's just say, wait, we don't attach anything. Everything's fine here. So then we gotta change this as well. Oh yeah, I forgot. That should stay for sure. Now the other part that I didn't mention was the fact that I forgot to put in the scopes, or the scope ID, but that'll be later. Right now I'm mainly worried on what should be more important, which is just getting this done. So then we've got all of that, and I think there should be some way to revert these changes. I might add a part 3 to this series if we don't get to that part in the stream. So what we've done here is we've basically done everything we could in terms of the model. So let's just make this work. So we apply it to the weapon image and the weapon. Then once we're done with that, this is what we're going to do. Or actually, applying it to the weapon isn't really a good idea per se. I mean, it should be just apply. Yeah, just apply for sure. And yeah, there you go. And then we're going to just return the button, attach button, and that'll be done for now. So then what we do next is we're going to take the on start, copy that, and we're going to just do this. Attachment counter equals 0, and then we just put that there, just like that. And then I'm going to do this. Local gun attachments for now equals require game replicate storage gun attachment. And then we're going to do gun attachments, or actually no, you can't really do that, or can you? Because what I'm thinking of doing for now is just making it static, and then I'm going to make it dynamic either in this episode or the next episode of Crossroads Warfare, specifically this series. So then I'm going to do not get available camos, but this. Watch. I'm going to take the script that I have, local attachments list. List equals require game.replicate storage.attachment. No, wait, settings.attachments. And then the next thing I'm going to do is local attachment. Yeah, attachment equals V. And we do V create button. I think it's in here. And then we don't need the name for sure. We just need the object ID and the weapon. And then we're going to call this at button like this for short. and then the attachment counter. Done with that, and should be good. Now the menu, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to be like this. And I'm going to also add something here to make it change. So tier buttons, and then the layout orders and stuff. And then when we click it, we start it. And whatnot. So that should be good. Now let's, oh wait, I forgot. We actually have to put this menu into starter GUI for now. So then we got there. And we're going to actually go to Assault again. Scarl. Oh wow, I forgot. Yeah, that's one thing I forgot to do here. And as you can see, the items or tier selector doesn't have everything there. So in that case, I'm going to actually put it. Let me just put it on I instead. Do I for this. And then you just do I times 0.1 like that. And then I'm going to just go back, test it, go Assault, select Scarl, and there's still not enough padding there. Should turn red. Interesting how it didn't do it. So let's just see what we did wrong here. Oh yeah, forgot. Let's see what we forgot. Yep, I think that's good for now, but it's in UI.items, and usually you would think that is a frame, right? Camo button is a frame. UI.items get children. So then, if that's the case, then what's wrong? Like, that's the part I don't get. It does all this, and yet it barely does anything. So, I don't know. Let's see what we got. Tier button.name, tier button.tier name, and let's see, did we do selector right? Yeah, it's an image button. It's active. Of course, should be active. And let's see, pairs like that. It's red. So let's see here. Current tier equals name. Maybe that'll fix it. Hold on, just gotta select my weapon. Okay, works now. Good. So then what do we do? I think I got an idea. Attachments really didn't show up that well. Oh, sorry about that. This thing is kind of weird when it does that. I'm going to add a back button in this episode probably as well. So then it says pairs. Table expected. Oh, my bad. My mistake. Okay, so I'm going to go up here, add in attachments list, and just do it like that. And now let's see what actually happens. primary, scarl. Okay, so we got all these options here. Now, what if I put on the EOTech? Ah, see that? Forgot one thing. Item name. Let's look into the camera and see what we have. There should be a value somewhere. There's none. So, in that case, what does that mean? This isn't working. So, the model.name, if it's not a descendant, I think, yeah, it isn't a descendant. Probably because of the fact, yes, that's the issue. See that? That's the issue there. Let me just erase that. So let me just go to the, I think it's here, because you gotta remember this is also from SAA 3. This script, even though it's upgraded now. Let's see, get next weapon, get weapon index, previous weapon, model. I'm just going to do this instead. And turn off cap locks. So, let's see how that runs. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad, because I've decided to do it. Let's see, primary. Gonna go back to camos, or attachments actually. Huh, interesting. Wonder why that didn't work. Or did it work? Oh wait, I forgot. Here's what we forgot to do. The SCAR L doesn't have any nodes. And I just remembered this. So let's go to the SCAR L, duplicate this part, put it here, name it site node, and then the next thing you're going to do, oh wait, I forgot another thing that we must do. Let's see, camo, bolt, detail, detail, nope, detail, nope, not yet. Yeah, that's the only problem with this. Oh wow. I'm gonna name this main site in a minute. Just give me a second. Gotta figure out what's going on. So much detail on the SCAR-L that are parts, but no CSG. Let's see here. I'm gonna name this main site. And in fact, group that as well as this. I'm going to make this main site. This is just mainly for like transparency. It's nothing to worry about. So we got all of that. Now let's see. Okay, we don't have everything, but we can get there. Let's see, what can we find? Okay, we found another one, another main site part. Like for this system, you have to name it main site in order for it to work. Otherwise, you really won't have a thing in terms of like let me just say this. If you don't name it main site, it will show up even if you have your attachment in there. And that's not good, because you want to make the site, only that site show up. It's also another reason why I have problems with the Deagle, because the site was like union with the bolt, not realizing the fact that the bolt can't have the sight attached to it if the sight is different, but then it conflicts because of the fact that the sight moves with the bolt. It's a iron sight on the deagle. Anyways, let me just find out if I can get the other part. Hopefully it will happen. All this detail, it's very hard to find it. Okay, go back up. Okay, go back for a minute. Okay, still have to go back for a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn around. There we go. It's this one that we need. So we go here, main site, and that's good for now. Let me just check and see if we got everything. Nope, we still don't have everything. Let's see here. We can get that site. It's a special like site for real. Is this good? Nope. Keep going. Nope, no, not there. There we go. Drag that up. Call it main site. Alright, let's see if we got everything. Yep, we do, in fact. So then we're going to take that and we're going to ungroup it. And there we go. A better looking SCAR-L. Even though we have to do the same thing for the actual weapons later on, off camera. Sorry. Can't see my face, but still. This is kind of like being on camera. Anyways, what I'm going to do next is I am going to main site, destroy. Well, actually, that's it. Okay. That's all I had to do, was just name the main site. So, it's good. Then we just click play. Oh, wait, forgot. You gotta put the SCAR-L back. Gotta put it back. Don't forget that. Now, this is only for the SCAR-L right now for testing. I possibly might catch up later on with this project or like endeavor. So then we got attachments, camos. Let me see if I can put the hollow sight on there. ACOG? Nothing? Really? That's weird. Wait a minute, hold on. Is it apply? Yep, it's apply. So then we got to apply the weapon, and apparently something is missing yet again. Use button, use button. So then what just happened? It says self-apply, just so you know. So let's see. It says self-apply, and if it doesn't have the item name, then we don't do a thing about it. So guess we know what this means, right? Hopefully I can figure out what's going on here. I'm going to actually go to the assault rifle known as the SCAR-L, because the M4, even though it's a carbine, still doesn't have the configured parts yet. Item name is here, and it's scar-l. So now, oh wait, forgot one thing. Weapons. So basically we gotta add the weapons. So I'm gonna do this, attachments, find it. I'm gonna go here to the attachments section, or tier, and I'm going to do this. V add weapon dot name, boom. And then basically what happens next is that the it will update based on what's there. If that's the case. I don't know if it actually would happen, but if it does, then hey, that's good. Anyways, just gonna click this, go here, and then let's see, attachments, EOTech, Hollow Site, argument 1 missing or nil, main part. Oh, wait a minute, main part. That's the handle, isn't it? Yep, it's the handle. So that means we gotta do this. When we go to the camera or whatever it is, we go to this and we add handle and handle. So that should fix that. Now let's see if we can actually apply it. And I know it's been like 2 hours, not even 2 hours, it's been 1. Let's see, I'm going to go to attachments, EOTech should be there. Nope, it's not. Oh yeah, I forgot, the offset. Let's see where that line was, 171. Offsets is actually a C-frame. So if you were to actually do this, here's what you would do. You have to do CF, Z, or just CF, C-frame. Like that. And that actually would fix that. Just in case you were wondering. So, yeah. That will fix that. Let's just go to primary. I'm also going to do some fixes in the next part as well if you want. So let's see, Holotech or Holosite, Vector 3. Interesting. C-frame.new. So what actually happened here was that the offset is actually a C-frame. So what that means is it's a C-frame. It's basically like, you know, coordinate frame or reference that uses orientation and position. Now, if I'm not mistaken, C-frame is there, but is it working? Let's see. Add weapon. It's there, right? So, sorry about that. The neighbors, they're crazy. Anyways, attachment is V create button, weapon.name, whatever it is. And then you've got the C-frame. So then, what's wrong? Like, really? There's the main part, of course, and there are offsets. So, yeah. Offsets, okay, we got that. I think something's wrong here. Why it would do that all of a sudden and then not work. Because as you can see on the screen, CF is there. Of course. And it's kind of weird why that has to happen. So, yeah. Let's just go straight to it. Oh, yeah. Takes a while. Anyways, attachments. EOTech Holo site? Still happens for some reason. Apply, weapon, handle. Self-apply, weapon image, handle. Interesting. I think I understand the problem here. It's because of this. So, what that means is you probably would have to supply this. Item name is what you have to use. So, item name dot value, and we're done with that. And it's been an hour and 2 minutes, so let's just roll with the routine and get things done. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to put this on, not camos. Okay, they're both red. That's a problem. There we go. Here we are. See this? Now this gun has an attachment and it's fully operational. And it looks quite good, to be honest. Look at that. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll fix these errors real quick. Let's see. Gun attachment. So that, I mean, it worked though. That's weird. Why it did not work. Item name, camos. So, yeah. But then what if it changes? That's the problem that we're going to fix. If it changes. So in this case, I'm going to actually do something quickly and fix the problem. So that means let's see. In fact, I got an idea. We're just going to do it like this. So that we end it like that. Okay, get that. Done. So now that we've done that, let's see how it works. And in fact, things are going to have to be reset so that everything can work, if you guys want to know. So, yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to just do it like this. Attachments and camos. I think I'm going to go with attachments. And there's one node that's off by a long shot. The menu node. So, yeah. And the aim is good. Now what if I were to add a suppressor? There's no node for that. So let's fix that. Go into the SCARL, we're going to just say go to either the barrel or the main. I think I'm going to use the main. I'm going to duplicate it, call it barrel node. Probably put it either here, like right there, and that's good. Now whenever you see this, or whenever you apply the suppressor attachment, the fire sound will change to something a little bit quieter. So yeah. Anyways, let's just get this done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Assault, select the SCAR-L, and go to Attachments, EOTech, maybe a 7mm suppressor? Oh yeah, it's offsetted. Sorry. Gotta fix that. So let me see if I can put the barrel node backward, like right there. Oh, mouses has limits, or mice have limits. Okay. There we go. So now, the next thing I'm going to do, probably going to have to get this done. I'm going to actually apply rust camo to it. And for attachments, I'm going to apply hollow sight. Good. Maybe for the 7mm suppressor. Let's look at that. Looks nice, but it's got a problem here. Or does it? Tell me in the chat if that is off. Because if it is, I will fix it gladly. So let's see, we got that. Apparently this attachment looks good, but still needs work. Now you can't apply the Dragunov, and it's not going to be applied either. But let's just move on to the underbarrel attachment now. So I'm going to go to barrel node, duplicate that, and I think there should be a rail. Yep, SCAR-L automatically comes with a rail. I'm going to apply it back here. I'm going to call that underbarrel node. Done. Now, here's the part that we have to get to. Is that going to work? Another thing you'll be able to do with this attachment system later is you'll be able to actually, like, you know, see how the attachments work. Like, for example, if you were working with a suppressor, you would be able to hear the suppressor go off. You know? So basically that is solved with just a few pieces of code. And I'm going to go to attachments, and I'm going to apply the night laser. How does that look? Looks great, if you ask me. So, there we have it. We got our 3 attachments on the SCAR-L. And the good news about it is that it's working. So, yeah. You pretty much got everything covered. You know? If you understand what I'm saying. Like, everything is in good shape. So, let's just get back to it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on either fixing the menu or doing something else with it. let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, the buttons. Right, the buttons. So basically this is what's going to happen. For button in pairs, tier, actually yeah, UI.tier selector get children do if button does not equal tier button, the one that was clicked, then this is what we do. Button dot background, or actually not background, selector dot background color 3 equals, now let's find the color for it. I think the original color is right here. So I'm going to do color 3 from RGB and done. So basically that fixes that problem. And now let's test it. Now basically what I just did was that I fixed it up to where, you know, the buttons and everything work properly. So let's just go to the SCARL and fix up the attachments again. Let's see, suppressor, probably 7mm, and I'll put on an EOTech hollow site. So that's good. And then I'm going to go to camos, graffiti, and now look at that. Doesn't that look nice? For some reason it's not turning. Interesting. Something go wrong? Oh, I'm supposed to double click it. Right. So basically that's what we just did. We add a suppressor, EOTech site, as you can see here. And we also added some color, or camos. Let me just close that out. So now that we've got all of that, the next thing that I might focus on is possibly the, I think I want to focus on something else. But I don't know if that's possible. So let's just see what we can do. Because I'm thinking of making something cool, like for the thing. But for now, like, I'm probably going to just stick to one thing at a time. Anyways, that's not important. What's more important is this. We've got a menu problem here. So what does that mean? Menu node says nil value. Interesting, isn't it? Let's find out what the problem is. Menu node is the node name. So site node is one thing to have. But let's just look at the attachments real quick. If I can find them. I think they're in settings. They're right there. So basically we've got optics, suppressor, barrel node, site node, under barrel node, site node, etc., etc. Now that's a big problem. Because as you can see here, it's a nil value. So how do we fix it? Well, this is what I'm thinking. The menu node has a C-frame on it, right? And there's a model, everything like that. Probably because it's actually the gun itself. So I'm going to have to change a few things here. But that could be at a later time, even though we've gotten almost everything done. So I think we should change it. Yeah. ScarL, bolt, camo, whatever. And I'm going to place all of that in here. Deleting these and these. So I'm going to delete the detail as well. And then I'm going to add back the ScarL parts. So that should be good. Now that we've got the attachments on there, try it again. And let's just see if we've done it. So yeah, if we've done it. I'm going to go to probably Assault, Primary, ScarL, Attachments, EOTech, no errors, and then the suppressor, no errors. Interesting, isn't it, how he fixed it in that amount of time. Night Laser, no errors. And I'm just going to put the stripes camo on it, and done. Looks nice. So, we've gotten to a point where this is starting to come along. We've gotten attachments, we've gotten many things that you wouldn't expect to actually be there. But what does that specifically mean? Well, it means one thing: progress. Something that Saberfront, Alderain, and Assault 3 never had. I mean, it had a little bit of progress, but not enough to actually get something going. You know? It's not like as if you can make it work and it will do its job. That's not how it works here. You know? Like, you gotta think about it before you do it. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyways, let's just get back and actually, like, work on the thing. For goodness sake. Because I'm starting to get a little tired. I think I'm going to actually work on the, what you call that? Because I want to work on something cool, but I don't know what it is. ScarL is done. I think I'm going to do the M4 and M60 next time. Add the attachments and stuff, or attachment nodes and stuff. And yeah, pretty much we've done it. Let's just don't know what else to do. So, since I don't know what to actually do, here's what I'm actually thinking that we should do. I'm going to actually start a poll. So let me find out where it's at. I think it's in dashboard or something like that. Anyways, I'm going to start a poll, clear poll, and I'm going to do this. Or actually, no poll. You know what? Here's what I've got for you guys. If you want, you can tell me in the chat, what should I do? So, for now, just tell me in the chat if you have any ideas on what I should do for the menu, what I can do. And I'll be gladly waiting for it. So, yeah. In fact, let me do that right now, and I'll be right back. If you have any ideas for the loadout menu, you should post it in the chat, because then it will help me like be able to continue the stream. Because for right now, I'm just waiting for the ideas. Anyways, I'll be right back in a few. On second thought, I'm actually going to have to show you guys this before you can post it. But here's just a general idea of what I've got so far. So, this is the menu, so you choose any class you want. That's the class thing right there. It has like 4 of them. Assault, Recon, Shock, and Scout. And then this is the SCAR-L. So this is the menu, attachments and camos. Camos you just apply like that. And then if you want to apply any attachments, you can here. So for example, let's just say I put on the EOTech. The EOTech looks like this. And if I wanted to put on the suppressor, 7mm, you do that. And then for the night laser, it's this. So basically that's what I've gotten so far. And if you guys have any ideas, I would suggest you put them in the chat. And I'll be right back. Actually, guys, I think I'm gonna have to, I mean, there's not any ideas, but I think that, I should work on this, but I don't know if there's anything else I can do. I mean, sheesh, after all, it is a loadout menu, but things really, I mean, I don't know what to do anyway, so. Anyways, if you didn't already know, like, here's what we've got so far in terms of the menu. So I've got this. Hopefully it should be loading shortly. If it can, just give me a second. I'm going to select a SCAR-L. And we got an attachments. You can put on attachments, night laser, and suppressor. And you can put on camos as well. You can do all of this. But there's not much. Like, I don't know what else to do. So that's why I'm waiting. So, yeah. I mean, after all, what do you do? Sheesh. Well, you know what this calls for, right? This calls for some action. Pretty much, some action. So let me quickly get that done. And I'll be right back.